Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Anita Lee. It's good to have you with us. Coming up in this week's top stories, Northern California Tzu Chi volunteers help fire survivors of a trailer park in King City. A leprosy patient in Guangdong, China donates his coinback savings to help the less fortunate. And finally, schools in and around Taiwan put recycling concepts into practice. In the United States, a fire broke out in a trailer park in King City. Thankfully, the 30 households staying in the area escaped safely. Following the accident, Northern California Tzu Chi volunteers mobilized to conduct a disaster assessment. And on October 22nd, volunteers returned to the area to hand out cash cards, blankets, and second-hand clothing to the survivors.
Debris is all that's left after a fire broke out in this trailer park. On the early morning of October 5th, a fire occurred in this trailer park in King City, California. The merciless fire affected 30 households and left many without roofs over their heads. Salinas Valley and King City are known as the salad bowl of the world, as both areas produce 80% of the salad greens consumed in the United States. As most of the residents living in the trailer park are poor Mexican farmers, the accidents made their situation even worse. Upon receiving the news, Northern California Tzu Chi volunteers quickly contacted the Red Cross to better understand the situation. Following a disaster assessment, a group of volunteers drove 2 hours to King City to conduct a relief distribution. During the distribution, 2 fire survivors, including a 7-year-old girl, volunteered as translator to help Tzu Chi volunteers better understand the survivors' needs.
If you need to, I can give one of your kids, each one have one. So have them good heart, right?
I'm very blessed that you guys are around, because you guys were able to help me and my family. And it's going to help us get back up on our feet. We lost all of our stuff, which is material, but little by little, with your guys' help, we'll be able to get back some of that material that we lost.
Besides handing out cash cards, blankets, and scarves, Tzu Chi volunteers also presented each with a letter of condolence from Master Zheng Yan and an English version of the Tzu Chi Monthly. Jessica Bedola, who took the volunteers a week to reach, says she was extremely touched by the Jingzi aphorisms.
Repentance purifies the mind. A pure mind can readily sweep away afflictions.
With Tzu Chi volunteers by their side and the Master's words of wisdom in their hearts, these survivors can finally put their minds at ease.
This October marked a year since Tzu Chi volunteers lent a hand to disaster survivors of the 2013 Blue Mountains bushfire in New South Wales, Australia. Commemorating the disaster, the local government held a family day event for the survivors and invited Tzu Chi to take part. Knowing that volunteers were attending the event, many survivors brought back their bamboo coin banks to donate.
This October snow-blanketed New South Wales Blue Mountains region. However, the same time last October, a forest fire destroyed over 200 houses in the area. Last year, Tzu Chi held several aid distributions for the survivors of the 2013 Blue Mountains brush fire, and now a year later, this friendship is still strong. The local government held a family fun day to commemorate the anniversary of the fire, and the Tzu Chi Australia chapter was invited to participate. Sharing pictures of her new home, this disaster survivor has come to pay forward the love that she's received from Tzu Chi.
You helped us,
Yes.
and now I want to help other people.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Knowing Tzu Chi was at the event, these 2 children came to donate all of their pocket money.
I said, will you give us some pocket money? And he wanted to give all his pocket money, lots and lots. And I had to say, save some. It was lovely. It made Mummy very proud.
Among the year's worth of donations, one resident's bamboo coin bank even contained blackened coins rescued from the ruins of the resident's home. During the event, volunteers prepared close to 400 vegetarian meals to help spread their vegetarian message. They also did not forget to promote recycling and collected recyclables to take away.
Smile if you want to smile. And us, we need to smile first. Lovely.
Why you choose this one?
Because it says smile.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Guangdong pay regular visits to a leprosy sanitarium located in the outskirts of Huizhou in an effort to show residents that they have not been forgotten by society. In gratitude, one of the residents even donated most of his coin bank savings so that volunteers could help others in need. Let's take a look.
Guangdong Tzu Chi volunteers have walked this path many times. Despite the distance, no one complains, as they know how much this visit means for those awaiting them.
My father and mother-in-law have already passed on, so I am bringing my love and respect here.
These leprosy sufferers live quarantined here at Huizhou's Bailu Sanitarium. The purpose of the volunteers' visits is to let residents know that society has not forgotten them.
Originally, I refused to come here. I was scared. But after coming here and seeing how the Tzu Chi volunteers are doing their utmost to care for them, I had a change of heart and decided to join.
Your wonderful care has left me speechless.
Grandfather Huang has lived at Bailu Sanitarium for most of his life. While chatting with the volunteers, gratitude fills his heart and he suddenly burst out into song. Grandfather Huang was also moved to donate his coin bank saving to the volunteers.
May the Buddha look after you. This is not a lot, but I want to help.
With song and laughter, volunteers help residents here at the Bailu Sanitarium forgot their isolation. Although their bodies are ill, volunteers know that their hearts are pure and capable of amazing acts of kindness.
Moving to Taiwan, 86-year-old grandmother Ding lives alone with her mentally challenged granddaughter in Taidong's Beinan Township. As the grandmother is a Tzu Chi care recipient and has trouble keeping her house clean at her age, volunteers recently decided to pool their efforts and give the grandmother's house a top-to-bottom cleaning.
86-year-old Grandma Ding lives alone with her mentally challenged granddaughter, as neither she nor her granddaughter have the wherewithal to clean up their home. Slowly, dirt and trash have begun to accumulate, becoming a potential health hazard. Fortunately, Tzu Chi is there to help.
She has accumulated tons of clothing upstairs. After talking with her and getting her okay, we are ready to get rid of a lot of what can't be worn anymore.
The volunteers split into teams, cleaning out the garbage and recyclables bag by bag. For Grandma Ding, this is the most lively her home has been in a long time.
I am happy to see so many people here. This is the most lively my house has ever been. I personally can no longer clean up, so I need the help of others.
6 Tzu Chi social workers from Hualien, many of them participating for the first time, are also on hand to make sure the grandmother is taking her meds properly.
Together, we can give this home a complete makeover. It is our blessing to be able to change this environment for the better.
Seeing her newly cleaned home, Grandma Ding can't believe her eyes. Before they leave, volunteers give the grandmother tips on how to keep a clean home, so that she and her granddaughter may live in comfort and health for years to come.
On October 25th, the 49th Golden Bell Awards ceremony, which is Taiwan's equivalent to the Emmy Awards of the US, took place at the National Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall in Taipei City. This year, Diet TV was nominated for 7 different categories and won 4 of the nominations. In our next report, we meet some of the winners, including the Best Host for Children's Program and the Best Comprehensive Program.
At the 49th Golden Bell Awards in Taiwan, Diet TV was nominated for 7 different categories and brought home 4 awards. The winner of Best Educational and Cultural Program Host was Dr. Jian Shouxing, who has been hosting the program All About Health for more than 3,000 episodes.
I have a secret. I'm not from the television industry. I'm a surgeon. The reason why I became a host for the show All About Health, because it is my dream to improve Taiwan's health education through media, especially television programs.
Among the winners for Best Host in a Children's Program was Wang Boyuan and Chen Weiwei. Chen says it is an honor to receive such an award as it was her first time hosting a children's program.
I want to thank Diet TV and all the executives for giving us so many opportunities. Thank you so much.
I want to thank those who work with us around the clock. Their dedication is the reason why we are standing here today. I want to dedicate this award to the production team, our family and friends. Thank you, everyone.
The program Science Around Us is broadcast on Diet 2 channel every Saturday. The show aims to help children discover the answers to the things that occurred in everyday life.
Master Zheng Yan established Daai TV with the goal of purifying people's hearts and mind. We focus on providing truth, goodness, and beauty. Through Daai dramas, children's programs, news, and documentaries, we hope to spread the goodness and love of Taiwan to all corners of the world.
Thank you to all judges for supporting Diet TV. Today, 3 of our children's programs are nominated. It doesn't matter which show received the award, our children's programs are the best.
Furthermore, the new show, A Farmer's Tale, which focuses on the sustainable agricultural development in Taiwan, was awarded as Best Comprehensive Program.
Thank you to all the farmers who were part of the show. Their dedication and determination have changed Taiwan for the better.
Following the award ceremony, Dr. Jian Shouxing, who was awarded as Best Educational and Cultural Program Host, seized the chance to encourage medical personnel to incorporate humanistic values in their field of expertise.
I think this award serves as an encouragement to all the medical personnel out there. I want to encourage doctors and nurses to conduct their jobs with a humanistic touch.
The winner of Best Host in a Children's Program, Wang Boyuan, also took a moment to encourage children to chase their dreams and even ask parents to support their children's decisions.
I want to tell all the parents that when their children want to pursue their dreams, please support them. I believe their children can succeed in anything they choose to do. I'm extremely happy. Our children's program just received the Japan Prize not too long ago. The purpose of our children's programs is to help bring about a society characterized by peace and harmony, especially as children are the pillars of a better tomorrow.
At this year's Golden Bell Awards, Diet TV was nominated for 7 different categories and received 4 awards. In the years to come, Diet TV will continue to produce programs that are embedded with the same positive messages.
A big congratulations goes out to the Superintendent of Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital, Dr. Jian Shouxing, for he was also recognized by the Golden Bell Awards, where he was pronounced the winner of the Best Educational and Cultural Program Host for his show, All About Health. Dr. Jian started the program 13 years ago with the intention of providing his audience with access to essential medical knowledge. Next, let's go behind the scenes and take a look at how Dr. Jian and his production team produced the program.
Slipping out of his doctor's coat, Jian Shouxing transformed into a program host.
I record 5 episodes at a time.
Just before recording the show All About Health, the production team finally receives the rundown. Each episode is 10 minutes long, and all the information is gathered by Dr. Jian himself.
The stories I talk about in my show are cases that happened in the hospital. For the art and humanistic aspect of the show, I will have to read a lot of books and do research.
Besides passing on medical knowledge, the show also incorporates science, art, and humanistic values. Through the show, Dr. Jen has turned medical knowledge into common sense.
When we talk about debridement, we don't have to tell our audience the specific medical term. We can use examples such as when foul odor is coming out from a drainage ditch. We need to dredge it to prevent the unpleasant odor from reappearing.
When the show first went on air, many, including Dr. Jen's friends, didn't believe that it could last long because Jen has a busy work schedule.
I didn't think audiences would like to watch a medical show, especially when it is only a doctor talking for 10 to 12 minutes. Initially, Dr. Jen's friends thought that the show would only last for 3 months. However, by the time Jen visited them again, we were celebrating our 3,000th episode.
Now 13 years have passed and more than 3,700 episodes have gone on air. In fact, the program only has 5 crew members. To make sure every episode goes on air smoothly, everyone in the team has to multitask.
Many have started working with me when they were very young. Now they are not that young anymore.
Although 13 years have gone by, the team still keeps the same goal in mind.
Most of the time, patients don't understand what doctors are talking about. So it is important to translate these medical terms into words that everyone can understand and absorb quickly.
At the 49th Golden Bell Awards in Taiwan, Dr. Jen Shouxin was selected as Best Educational and Cultural Program Host. In line with the show's success, Jen says he will continue contributing his share to improve Taiwan's health education.
In recent years, going green has become an important trend. Hence, many schools throughout Taiwan are also beginning to realize the importance of recycling. 2 schools in Taipei City recently visited Tzu Chi recycling stations for students to learn the basics of recycling, as well as gain some practical, hands-on experience. Meanwhile, in Penghu, for more than a decade, Tzu Chi volunteers have been working with the National Penghu Marine and Fishery Vocational High School to practice recycling on their school grounds. Gaining a greater appreciation for the environment, many students willingly give up their own weekends to help out as well. This is where it all began 10 years ago. These bags of recyclables have been collected by students of National Penghu Marine and Fishery Vocational High School during their break time. Come the weekend, the baton is handed down to the Tzu Chi volunteers. Volunteers work in the open space in front of the library and they don't slow down from their work.
Teenagers are active all the time and they get thirsty after exercising, so they drink a lot of bottled beverages. We will ask the school to provide students with more water instead of bottled drinks.
Some students even give up their weekends and join volunteers to help the environment.
If we can all drink more water and less bottled drinks, we can reduce environmental pollution.
The amount of waste generated by the entire school was enough to fill 6 trucks. However, if we can start by making small changes to our daily life, it can make a big difference in the future of our planet. Many students are taken aback by the several different categories just for plastic alone. Not to mention, it is the first time they're learning the chemical names of recyclables.
Recyclables are classified into many categories here, whereas at our school, recyclables are separated into very basic categories. For instance, we don't separate PE and PP bottles.
Although we do sort our recyclables at school, it's not done as thorough or precise. Coming here, it was a great eye-opener for students and even me as well. We definitely learned a lot.
Each one of us uses a lot of plastic bags in our everyday lives. Not only do we need to take it upon ourselves to sort our recyclables, it would be best not to use plastic bags at all.
Although the level of awareness on environmental issues has increased significantly in recent years, there are still some recycling facts many aren't aware of. For instance, small items such as straws or staples cannot be recycled.
I suppose it is because those items cannot be reused again. I found the answer to my question.
Although it is not easy being green, however, knowing the proper ways to dispose of and recycle objects, the future of planet Earth might still have a chance. After Cyclone Nargis decimated Myanmar in 2008, Tzu Chi arrived to help the survivors recover. The Buddhist charity from Taiwan also decided to help rebuild 12 schools in the remote township of Tan Yin. We now visit Ta Te Guen village in the township.
I often read a pamphlet about Tzu Chi that you gave me, which has helped me come to understand Master Zhen Yin's spirit and ideals. I shall remember to keep a compassionate heart as well.
Wang Te has been treasuring Tzu Chi's blessing and wisdom red envelope, which reminds him of the charity's kindness. Back in 2008, Cyclone Nargis decimated Myanmar. In the aftermath of the storm, Tzu Chi decided to help rebuild 12 schools in Tan Yin Township, of which the one in Ta Te Guen was the quickest to be completed.
For every wall, every nut, and every part, we make sure that they are all properly put together.
Many villagers and parents here have also volunteering joined the sidewalk paving project.
We are blessed to be able to meet and work together in this life. May we continue to share such a bond for all eternity.
Outside of the school, the village chief is showing Tzu Chi volunteers the fruits of his labors, a rice field ready for harvest.
In the beginning, my field was about 0.4 hectare. Then I doubled it and then doubled it again. So now my field is about 2.8 hectares.
Now, some 3 years after Tzu Chi first distributed rice seedlings to distressed farmers who were robbed of everything by Cyclone Nargis, the seeds have sprouted nicely. At the time, the chief willingly shared 2 bags of rice seeds. Now most of farmers live in sturdier homes, their livelihood has also improved significantly.
After learning that Tzu Chi helps all those in need anywhere in the world, I decided to donate 2 bags of my rice seeds. Though it isn't much, I've contributed to the cycle of love.
A muddy path is now paved with concrete thanks to the villagers who funded and carried out the project. Having survived the storm, the villagers all learned to appreciate their blessings, and because of the love in their heart, they now have a better future.
Taiwan Tzu Chi volunteers have been working with the Kaohsiung Municipal Renwu Special School to care for students with unique needs, bring Tzu Chi's humanistic values into these students' lives. At a recent event, students served tea to their teachers to show their gratitude and appreciation, while volunteers put on a short play to teach students good manners and proper etiquette. We leave you with these images at the end of our show. Thank you for watching. See you next week.